Welcome back and welcome all to this breaking news here on the Big Sports Show, presented by the BJ Show. Let's dive into it. Hello everyone and welcome. I cannot believe we're here for the semi-finals reviews. We are done. We have two teams heading into the NBL 26 Championship season. One team has not won it for 24 years. One has won just recently. What two teams are going head to head? Well, today we are breaking down, that's it, the NBL semi-finals. We are complete the semis. We're into the championship, as I mentioned before. Two different series are matching up. What a huge championship matchup. And I'm going to share my previews, not reviews. They are reviews, not previews. So thank you so much. Before we get straight into the deepening of this episode, thank you for so much for your support and watching and all that, because it means a lot if you can give this a like as well. That would be awesome. And you know what we are going to be doing today is we are going to be sharing right now. Let's start with the LA 36ers and the Southeastern Melbourne Phoenix. This was the only semi-final that went to the wire and the deliver of plenty of drama. And that's it. We are sharing game one right now. Then Adelaide Entertainment sold out. The 36ers were fired up and ready to take on the action of the Phoenix. Their offense explosive was sharp. Their ball movement was creative. Looked so fantastic. And I watched this game. I just want to let you know there's plenty of shooting proved differently from the Phoenix. Now, Adelaide's guard controlled the tempo, controlled the basketball. 36ers did took an early lead. Now, credit, and I'm going to share a bit more detail and data right now, is Bryce Cosson. This is the man that our massive sign in the offseason at the end of NBL 25 wants to move on. There was a bit going on, and then Stars just want to come to Adelaide. This is the future for a championship team we can do for it. Now, before I get into game number two, I just really want to say wow factor. And this is what I'm trying to share. And I've shared this in my other videos on my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe because it is worth watching, coming soon. I've shared this and I won't go too much detail if you do, but I'm just going to say, even we took that 1-0, I think the Phoenix come out early and then we control. It was really the better out. And I really am hoping but I just had so much confidence, just generally confidence, just really make sure we knew how important that this LA 36ers wanted it more. How much they want that, it's important to go on the road and get big wins, but, they have their home advantage and proves that LA shooting Bryce Cosson could not miss a beat. They were unstoppable. And this is the Phoenix we've been waiting for that a long time. And it came with a bang. It changed momentum. It really changed how calm we were, how proven that we knew they weren't going to be good in game two. And we'll share that. And what I mean not good, I'll prove that how our mindset came to the Phoenix. And this is massive delivering in our first out of playoffs. There's two sets of playoffs and the other one looked a bit more different. We didn't go into too much stuff. I only focused on the LA 36ers, the team are going in the International Basketball League. You can check it all on ESPN because, I think not much to say, but we drive into game number two. Now, Will Momentum, they woke up and we're going to game two. We'll bring it on. And I think they did proven that they stopped Bryce Cosson. And then Nathan Selby could not miss 41 points. Accuracy shooting, proven he can totally do it. And guess what? He absolutely did it. Nathan Selby, absolutely the game of the match. The former LA 36ers guard showed up in game two. Oh, look, LA were winning. LA had confidence to half time. No, well done on your high career, Nathan Selby. A great effort. And that changes. And I think the first time as a Phoenix player to do that as well, and generally of his basketball career. He's a talented basketballer, respect overall, but it was the second half. LA were 18 points up coming into halftime, and I watched this game, and I feel like the change of momentum really left the Phoenix edging the Rays into a double, scoring like 30 plus points for the third quarter and really changed and actually forced him to go to the side of game three. And I can't much say, I think we gave it all. We knew the Phoenix were going to, stay on the home court and may not. It was a decent good crowd at John Cain Arena, but it was momentum change. And partly I really want to share is about that the Phoenix wanted it more. They want to take on whoever between the Sydney Kings and the Perth Wildcats. Will share that very soon. But I'm hoping Real Good Series was the other one. And this was the best of three. So well done to the Phoenix. But this changed momentumly. And this came down. I watched this game every second, every moment. And how can you see a ding ditch if I've got that court 6 3-pointers, and that is huge scoring night with the point guard. The energy of the home crowd behind the Adelaide 36ers at the Adelaide Entertainment. Now, we'll do that. The Phoenix came out more pressure defense, but sometimes too much foul. There was a lot of fouls in this game, and what I want to share is who wants it more. And it's been 24 years since Adelaide 36ers have won it. The Phoenix 0. They're quite new. They've been in this competition for a few years now. But it's really important that I shared this information because Adelaide has not made to a grand final championship series against Melbourne United. That's when we had a few of the former United players, formalised before that was the Melbourne Tigers. They and Finn Cameron, the former Melbourne United player, now come and play for the LA Boosters. He's been unstoppable. And Isaac Humphrey dominated, but the man has Shane Sweet back at home to prove they can do it. Bryce Collins got his time. Yes, there was a lot of tech fouls, both coaches getting into it, and momentum switched to Adelaide. Adelaide came out on top, and the Phoenix can't find a shot in Adelaide, and that's going to be a massive fix for Adelaide because they really did earn that win. Yes, it was really fine for the Phoenix, but two players out, fouled out, and one hit. And that was a technical foul from one of their players from the Phoenix. I won't go in too much. And then it was a really intense heat up, and we know that LA wanted it more. And now they're going to have to face the winner between Sydney Kings and the Perth Wildcats. And I'm going to go into that detail. Unfortunately, I did not watch any of those games, but I will do my best right now and share my point of view with you. So I think the overall is LA will take the resilience and take this series, a skill and power coming into the championship series. And Mike Wells has done that perfectly. A team has struggled last year, come through and wow. Selby's leadership, I think he'll have his, look over and see what happens then. I think we have a better offensive weapons. We dominate. We really did win the offense. Now, time to switch in. And the moment I'm in wanted to share, it's really, in my opinion, the best team in the NBL 26 season. This is now the playoffs. This is a 0-0. The season is now complete. The finals playoffs come in. Let's get into the second semi-final playoff. And that is just like, well done to the LA 36ers. Is it going to be the Sydney Kings or the Perth Wildcats? Can the Perth Wildcats take on their former star of Bryce Collins, or is it Kenan Davis, the former 36er, to take on his Sixers series? Now, this is the best of three, so did it get to finish in game two? You go to Sydney or Perth, very hard stadiums to play with Adelaide Entertainment and John Cain Arena. All very hard, and they exactly proved. Now, I understood, I saw maybe one of the best playoffs for such a long time in playoff history. The Perth Wildcats had everything to play for. Every moment, every second, every moment. They pushed the Kings to the very last possession in Sydney. But it was only a 1 point, and that is incredible. So, well done. Well done. Game 2. I'm going to just Kevin Davis definitely dominating game 2. Maybe not much in those, but I think both Rockets know that how much they can learn and how much they can improve and how much they can show so much. So how much we can see improvement, how much we can see momentum. Can we see the Pope Rockets go to game 3? We'll share that right now. And now, after that first half, Sydney just took defensively into a pressure defense style basketball. Perth offense was forcing tough shots, limit shooting opportunities. On the other end, Kevin Davis, their guard, that's led attacking was a strong shooter performance getting the Kings, and they took the winning. And that's what I'm saying. Kings can find ways to really heat up to the championship, and it is going to be worth the interesting that a 4 more point Perth Wildcat import and a Sixer import. Now look at that. Bryce Cotton and Kevin Davis go head to head, and the Wildcat got heads up. They got some young players development, but Perth heads up. Sydney's step and defense was just insane to be. Proved they were just that too strong defensively. Set up a 2-zip will be absolutely facing the LA 36ers. They bounced straight in. The first game is going to be in Sydney and then followed by Adelaide. Up to that's going to be a 5-game series, and I can't wait. This is going to be a very interesting. The Kings and the Sixers will finally battle up. It's going to be the 36ers in 24 years. Incredible. But anything can happen in finals. It is a 0-0 series. LA 36ers went home, took on a challenge, and they passed. Sydney passed after Perth. And I think Sydney just had the better shooting opportunity, took on a team was maybe slightly better. The 36ers had a hard 4-3-game battle, while the Kings just moved straight into the swoop to nil. And now everything led to the NBL 20 Championship season. The Sydney Kings versus the Adelaide Pacers 1v2. What best experience shooting from backcourt, shooting from half court, from the J Velocity, the former King, come play for the Sixers. Can we see one hell of a battle of the final series? So I really think this is going to be an entertainment, an absolute entertainment to finish off great. So that's my matchup. Sydney Kings and the LA 36ers go head to head, and what it could be one hell of a final. Stay tuned, because I'm going to be sharing the championship series really soon. Point by point, how it all went, and oh my goodness, how much one team is going to go to the other. Thank you so much. If you like this, give it a like, and yeah, we'll see you all very, very soon. BJ Show's out. Bye for now. Peace.